Hello viewers, it's Susan with Butler Family Farm. We're changing up our opening a little bit so that you know who you're talking to and what they look like. And today's a bad hair day, so I've got my my visor on. This video should have started about 5 hours ago, but who would have thunk that when I was out here at 6 o'clock in the morning that my lab, Hunter, would bark over this way and then run around and bark over here, which is unusual for him. And all of a sudden, I saw this dash of black, and I thought, holy crap, it's a calf. So I hauled all the dogs back in. You know, they were out trying to do their business, and I was telling them, get back in the house. Got in there, and when I came back out, the calf was nowhere to be seen, other than I did walk out as I'm walking now. Say hello everybody, Gunner and Pete, and there's Abigail, and look at little Georgie Porgy's getting big. They think I'm coming out here with the grain, and I will, but not quite yet. Back to my story. So I'm walking out here to the corner, and I'm looking around for this black fur body, and I glance out towards field 4. Straight across, there's this black walking across the field. So I weighed my options. Do I keep walking? Do I chase after it? Or do I brave the sleep gods and go back in the house and wake up Jerry? And I opted to get Jerry up. So we went back in the house, we got in the mule, we drove out along this way into field 4, and because I saw it in the tree line, we drove out that way, and at a diagonal I could see that the calf I thought was in the alleyway. So we went into the alleyway, drove down a bit. It wasn't exactly in the alleyway, it was along the fence line of the alleyway and the back of field 4. I cautiously got out, and I was able to snag it up, because at that point we still didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. Snagged it up and got it through the fence to Jerry, who said it was a girl. So I've been prepared since last year with a tub of supplies. Okay, here's my tub. And because we were so erratic with tagging and banding last year, I said if we have this all set up in the back, then we can, you know, move a lot faster, which we can. We just have to watch for the moms to come and get us. But in here, and I got this reorganized after this morning, in here I've got our, here we go, our bander. Do this the right way so I can, okay. This is our bander set up, already has the elastic on it for banding the boy calves to become steers. And then I've got the calf ear tag apparatus. Our next number is going to be, for a girl, would be orange 29, and our next boy number is going to be B18. And we always say, when we call it B for blue, but we say B18. We are bingo players at times, so it's like B18 bingo. This is for trimming the goat hooves, and this is the ear tag implement for goats. Also, we've got this medication for flies and ticks that we can spray in their ears. And then after each tagging, this box here will have the next tag number in it, so we don't have to go searching in the blue tag box. So we got the tag. So we got the tag out, which is orange 28. Tagged her up. Jerry held her on his lap as we drove down. He said she was at least a day, maybe 2 days old, but a good day old. She was dry. Her belly button, or the hernia, not hernia, umbilical cord string was all dried up, and that usually happens within the first 24 hours. So we drove down the back way to field 8, which is where the cows, the herd is still at. Drove in there and found the herd and set her down. And we fully expected to have a mother come up and say, "Thank you very much," or a mother bellowing, kind of standoffish, looking for a baby. We saw none of that. So Jerry said we should get a bottle in her, so I dashed home, made up a bottle. We have calf replacer milk on hand for this type of a situation. Drove back down there and got her bottle fed, and still there were no mama cows, and we've got 3, 5, maybe 6 cows that haven't had their 2022 baby yet. So we were hoping that this new one belonged to one of them, and none of them took her. She did, the baby did find a couple udders of cows that allowed her to nurse off of it, and we did see that. But I came back down with the bottle, and we were able to feed her 7/8 of a 2-quart bottle, and then she was pretty full. But in the time that I drove down here to make the bottle and get back out there, she had been pushed around, kicked once or twice by other cows, and so we did not want to lose her to that type of injury. So we decided that we would bring her back down to our nursery, which I thought we were done with this year so we could remodel it, but we're not, and she's in the nursery now. We have a bottle feeding coming up in another hour or so, and we will add to this video with that feeding. Right now, this is a picture of Miranda feeding her that first bottle earlier this morning. So it's lunchtime right now for little number 28, and Robert is the best bottle feeder. He's done it so many times, so he's going to do it. But I wanted to show you that this is what we call the nursery, and it originally, I think, was a chicken coop because it has some nesting boxes. But we've had we've had bottle calves in here, goats, calves. I had one of the horses in here at one time. It's just a confined space, and then there's a little hut right there. And it's in dire straits of getting what do you call it, rejuvenated. We need to rebuild it. But right now, we're using it for little number 28. So let's go in and start the feeding. Here she is. She's doing a little nap, and she'll fit in here for a couple of weeks, and then we'll figure something else out for her outside. But she'll be up here behind the house, and we'll be bottle feeding her for the next 8 weeks or so. So in order to hold her and talk to her and all that, he kind of has this game plan, and he's always been able to feed these babies that need it. We've had people call us up and say, "I got a calf, I don't want to mess with bottle feeding. You guys want to, I heard you guys will do it." And we do. That's how Trudy came. Trudy's the last bottle fed baby we had. She's a year old. I don't know if you can hear her slipping it down. And we checked with our neighbor because we kind of had a thought maybe she came across the field from their place, but he says no, it's not his baby. So as Jerry says, we'll know by the end of the year when we know who hasn't had a baby, because all our cows should have one this year. And because we, like I said earlier, because we don't run the bull, we run the bull with them all the time. We don't know exactly when conceptions happen, so you know, it's kind of, we can kind of calculate based on what they had last year, and you know, figure the months. You know, there's a way of kind of figuring it out, but not specific. Come back here, little girl. Finish the bottle. You need to eat. Got to get at least half of it in her. We'll feed her maybe, well, we're feeding like every 3 or 4 hours, because they nurse off mamas any old time they want. And she's doing pretty good, huh, Lee?
Yep.
And little tail's wagging, a little happy camper. She'll get to where she'll hear us coming out. She'll recognize our voices. And to this day, Norma, who was a bottle-fed calf about 3 years ago, she's out in the herd right now, and she just had a baby. She'll still come up when she hears my voice, come up and start talking to me, and I can scratch her head and, you know, get somewhat close to her. I don't want to get really close, because that's, you know, she's doing her job and whatever. I'm trying to show you little goats out there eating in with Jack. So this in here, it had a door at one time. Of course, it's been, I can't remember who I had in here that tore up the door, but anyway, we need to revamp this pretty good. It's held up pretty good for the last 15 years. I have to duck in there, so it's about 5 feet. But it's got hay in here, or straw actually. Straw in here for them to be laying in and whatever. And I'll get a bucket of water. I'm not going to put water out here for another day. She's got about half of it. It's a 2-quart bottle that we make up. And as she gets bigger, she'll still get 2 bottles. She'll get 3 or 4 bottles for a couple of weeks, and then we'll cut back to where it's like 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. But she'll have grain to eat and hay, so she's not gonna miss it. She's not gonna miss the meal. Hi, pretty girl. Long eyelashes. Yeah. I did poke the hole in there, but it might need to be a bigger hole for the air, for the suction.
Yeah.
She's happy. Little tail's wagging. And because she's probably up at the house, I haven't named any of the girls lately because they're not staying. Jackson made a decision that if they don't stay, they don't need a name. They just go by their tag number. But we'll see what happens with her, because we have to figure out who her mama is. I don't know if you saw the video when we moved cows from our field 3 into field 4 after we got the round bales off that we'd hayed up. But there were 2 moms standing at the corner looking off into the distance where they came from, watching for their babies, and that's what we expected to find when we took her down there this morning. There were not any mamas looking for anybody. She did nurse off a couple that have babies, or still had milk, but one big mama, Pearl number 22, gave her a good gave her a good kick, I guess. Because when I got back with the bottle, Jerry said, we're taking her to the house. She's going to get hurt. She's not going to get fed, and I'm not losing her. And I said, okie dokie. Is that about as much as we have in the other bottle in the house?
Less.
Left, yeah. So not quite 2 quarts. I'm hoping you all will enjoy this. We have about 90 videos out there, some with animals, some without. The ones with the animals seem to take off a little bit better, and that's okay with us. We now have a new animal to add to that group, so hoping that you all like this video and you'll share it with your friends and family or tell people about our YouTube channel. That'd be awesome. We'd like to build up our audience and appreciate any help you can give us in doing that. She still wants it. She's not playing with it, so that's good. It looks like she's, yeah, she's done. So she's drinking, hold the bottle up, son. We made a 2-quart bottle. Oops, camera.
4 pints.
We made a 4-pint bottle, 2 quarts, and she drank less. She has less than half a pint left over. So that's pretty good. And this is her 2nd bottle for the day. So, well, maybe she'll drink some more. Good girl. Flies. When we were down there this morning, we put grain out for the cows. We're going to move them this afternoon. We'll have another video for that. But we sprayed them to stay on top of that because the flies, they're just rude. They're just all over you and on their faces and around their eyes, and well, my goodness, look at that. I believe you're empty, son. Yep, good girl. Good girl. Give her some scratches and some lovin's, yeah. Because we'll take care of her. Well, again, thanks for viewing, and subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date with this little miss. And thanks for liking, sharing, and all that good stuff. Take care. Hello, viewers. This is the 3rd feeding for today, and I'm going to get her to come on out. Come on. Come on. You want to have some bottle? Come on. There you go. Come on back here. That's it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here we go. Open wide. Here you go. There you go. So, the farmer and I, farmer being Jerry, and I were talking, and I have a habit of naming all the animals. But as my grandson and I were discussing, Jackson, the other day, if the animals are leaving the farm, we shouldn't give them names because then we don't get to see them again. And I said, well, you're right. But this little girl's not leaving. She's going to stay, and so we need a name. And Jerry and I thought it would be fun to hear what you all think we should name this little girl. So if you leave a comment, if you're watching this from your phone or from the computer, you leave a comment what you think we should name her. Please do, and we'll figure something out, and on an update video we will tell you what her name is. Oh, baby girl. We're going to do 4 feedings today. This is the last one that we're videotaping today because the next one will be about 9 o'clock our time. Between 8 and 9 it's getting kind of dark and dusk, and lighting isn't the greatest because this area right here is in the shade. Yeah, you need to fill up that belly. Pretty girl. She's got long eyelashes. Come on, come on, come on, come on. One of these days I won't be able to do this. She'll be riding size for me, but right now, until she gets figures out that the bottle's her source of food, she oops, here, do that. You hurt my back. Here, no, don't go right, don't run away. You gotta finish this. You gotta finish this. That's it. Good girl. Good girl. Is it not coming? This is they call a calf milk replacer. It's in powder form, and it's about a cup of the powder to 2 quarts of water, and we just use water from the hottest water we have coming out of our tap, out of our faucet, and then we mix it all up, and by the time we get out here, it's, you know, mother milk warm. You're doing a great job, girlie. Come on. Come on. Don't give me the wide eye. There you go. You turn around, people can see you better. Right now her withers are between my knee and my thigh. We gotta get our scale set up so we can take her out, put her on a scale and get a really good weight on her. But this is she's about 2 days old, so yeah, her withers. Oh, still, come on, don't fight it. You can drink the whole bottle. You can drink it. We want to get good. We're not coming out in the middle of the night. So you need to fill up. Shoot, we haven't bottle fed a baby since Last February, we got a phone call, or Jerry got a phone call at MFA of a farmer that says he found a calf on the ground, and it was in the snow and had some frostbite, and that's Trudy. So we haven't bottle fed anybody. Come here. Come here. Come here. We haven't bottle fed anybody in a year and a half. I did have out in this nursery, I think we had a short video on it, I did have a goat out here. I've had 2 goats out here since then also. So think of a, come here, think of a name, and send. You can put it in the comments on this video, or you can send us an email to butlerfamilyfarm@yahoo.com. And I'm not sure which way it goes. Oh, you're pretty full. I'm not sure if it's butler_family_farm@yahoo, or if it's just straight. Oh, my face would. Or if it's Butler Family Farm, all one word, @yahoo.com. But send us a name suggestion there, or again, you can put it at the end of in the comments, whether you're watching via your phone or the computer. I watch YouTube on TV through my dish TV, and I can like and dislike, but I can't leave comments, so I'll have to figure out. Sometimes I like to put comments in there, but I just go and tell him. Works either way. But thanks for watching, and again, subscribe. Please share with your friends. We'll have more videos of this little girl as she grows, because she's going to be in my backyard for the next 8 weeks. And see you on the next one.